Okay. Hey, Mr. and Mrs. HLADKY.
I think that I just recorded the whole thing without starting the recording, so I guess I've got to do it all over again.
As I'm recording this, I am sitting approximately 30 miles from the famous, or should I say infamous, U-Haul incident.
Hey, Roger and Carolyn.
I still can't call you Roger and Carolyn. So we'll call you Mr. and Mrs. HLADKY.
Roger HLADKY.
Hi, Mr. and Mrs. HLADKY.
Hey, Mr. and Mrs. H.
Hi, Roger. Hi, Carolyn.
Mr. and Mrs. HLADKY.
Roger and Carolyn HLADKY.
Congratulations, Mom and Dad.
Retiring.
Congratulations on your retirement.
57 years. That seems like a long time, but I'm sure it passed like the blink of the eye.
57 years.
Many years of service to the youth in our church and across the Northeast.
57 years of youth ministry. 57 years of Sunday nights at your guys' place, of Bible classes, of camp sessions, of weekend trips, of college tour trips, of youth advance. 57 years of lives that you guys have been able to affect.
So the question is, how did Roger and Carolyn HLADKY impact my life?
So the question isn't how has my life been impacted by Roger and Carolyn, but rather how has it not been impacted by them?
I don't know how you measure that impact.
Where do we go to find or even try to find the words?
My words are not going to be sufficient. You have been so many things to me over the years.
It's hard for me to say one or two things.
Wow. Where do I begin? Thank you.
I also want to let you guys know that I am just so endlessly grateful.
You helped me see what love really was.
A large part of who I am came from the mentorship from both of you.
I wouldn't have the life and the family and the faith that I have today if it weren't for Roger and Carolyn.
You modeled Christ for us and for me, but even more than that, you taught me how to be a good youth minister. And after I left your youth group, I went into the Air Force, but I was also a part-time youth minister and a youth deacon for about 30 years.
Seeing Roger and Carolyn, how they worked with the teenagers and how they worked with camp, had a great impact on me. So much so that for 25 years I've spent as a full-time youth minister, and for 33 years I spent as a director of the teen camp here in St. Louis.
Spent the last 15 years leading the youth here in Fernandina Beach, Florida, all because of how you led us. Your example was such an inspiration to me, especially when as a teenager you respected me with humanity that some teenagers don't always get.
You poured so much love into us kids when we needed it most, and we felt it.
Yeah, those classes, think about all the classes you taught. All those classes.
Your Bible classes always made us think. You didn't spoon feed us.
It is ingrained in me, the idea to do good, not bad, and that is something that I've carried with me my entire life.
Do good, not bad. Encourage every day, and do the right thing because it's the right thing to do.
To always do the right thing and to always encourage everyone around me.
From their generosity, I learned to be generous. From their encouraging words, I learned to be an encourager. From their example of doing good, I learned to do the right thing.
To be impactful in everything that we did and make everything we did have a reason. I think that he doesn't realize how much everything he did impacted us.
And you make a difference because the HLADKY's made a difference in you.
When I was young, you said, Dan, say yes when God gives you an opportunity. Say yes, no matter how scary it is or unprepared you may feel, just say yes.
I probably remember what Roger has said more than any other speaker.
A good chunk of my life, probably 10 years. I mean, I don't have, too many memories that don't involve, you guys in some capacity.
Just counting Sunday nights and Saturday nights, minus holidays, I came up with around like 1,500 hours that I spent with the two of you, just in those two settings.
I think my favorite memory with Roger and Carolyn is when I went to their house for youth group game night, which we were supposed to have 6 or 7 youth group kids show up. And I showed up at their door, and then we waited for about 15-20 minutes and realized that nobody else was coming. But you know what? That didn't stop us. We played Caputi for 3 or 4 hours that night, and let me tell you what, Roger beat Carol and I every single time, but we had a blast.
Not only did you teach me all of the tricks of survival with the youth group, but you also made it my family and my home.
Personally, joining the youth group later than mostly everyone else, I felt a little uncomfortable with meeting new people, but you guys all made me feel very welcome and included right from the beginning.
You always made me feel welcomed in your home and special, and I know so many kids feel the same way. You've touched so many lives.
My favorite memory, I'd have to say, is not just one single incident, but a montage. It would be sitting at your kitchen table.
You're safe and secure whenever you go to the hiking town.
But I think my favorite memories were always youth group nights at their house on Sunday evenings. Making pizza rolls, pigs in a blanket, playing games in the basement, devotionals, singing, all of that was just beyond amazing.
Giving up every Saturday night and Sunday night of your adult lives, I know what kind of a sacrifice that's been.
Every weekend, we had an activity. Every Sunday night, we went to your house.
And of course, going over to your house on Sunday nights was one that we both came up with.
Every single Sunday night, and we were just able to value and build these awesome friendships.
You gave me a place to go just about every Sunday night.
I loved coming over to your house on Sunday night.
My daughter went to Tabernacle and visited the youth group. Obviously invited her to come to Carolyn Rogers' house, like the youth group has been doing for the last 50 some odd years.
Sunday night, when we have to squeeze into their car to get to their house.
The Sunday night dinners we had at their house after church, they were always a fun time. It was always something I looked forward to.
Or just simply sandwiches at your house on Sunday nights. And the shocking peanut butter and horseradish sandwich bite I stole once.
Going to your house on Sunday night and eating so much cheese bread that the next morning at school my stomach hurt just terribly.
Miss, thank you for preparing special activities and treats.
And my favorite memory with Miss HLADKY is when she taught me how to make peanut butter pie.
The first time I ever experienced peanut butter pie, your famous lemonade, and you showing me how to make it. I still make it to this day. Taught my girls how to make it.
I will forever and always remember your amazing grilled cheese that I know you have some secret recipe for. It's not just cheese and bread.
The best grilled cheese I will probably ever have in my life.
Cheese dip, eating out of the candy jar.
By the way, Carolyn, there were great cakes and desserts that you made.
And so much good food.
When asked about some of my fondest memories, things that I can say are our trips to Harding. What a wonderful time.
You have helped many youth find their way to Christian colleges.
The Harding trips, of course, were a lot of fun for us. So Carolyn, I have a lot of special memories of you and Roger on the Harding trips.
You all encouraged me to pursue Christian education. You took me to Harding University for Spring Sing, and that sealed the deal, seeing what a Christian environment was like for college.
The college tour that you took me on each spring introduced me to the opportunities for Christian education. Although my parents wanted me to go to a Christian school, I don't think they would have made the effort to drive me to Harding, to Freed, to Lipscomb every year for 4 years during my high school so that I can make an informed decision.
The college trips to Harding are some of my favorite memories. I'm not sure how you put up with all of this for 20 plus hours driving both ways. But if I had not come to Tabernacle and not gone on those trips, I may not have gone to Harding, and my life would have been very different.
I still don't know how you handled that or survived those college bus tours.
Riding all the way to Arkansas on a bus with you guys. It was fabulous. And seeing Carolyn never go to the bathroom or sleeping sitting up. I don't know how you did all that.
On Old Orange and the Silver Bullet and all the
adventures we had running through toll booths when the clutch went out.
I was on the bus when gas was not purchased, so we owed a debt that we could not pay.
If you had not been bringing a bunch of bucks from Tabernacle down to Harding University, Dan may never have gone there and I might never have met him.
I hitched a ride on the Tabernacle Youth Group college tour visit to visit my cousin at Harding. The kids on the bus were nice, and the next move that people made was to get me to Camp Manatawny.
My favorite memory with Roger was in the handicap motorized scooter races that he had with Steve Cantrell 2 or 3 summers ago here at Camp Manatawny. And one of them flipped the scooter.
And I remember you, of course, from Shiloh, because I was in Carolyn's cabin. She's the one that taught me to clean. We had to have shoelaces just right in the shoes so we could pass cabin inspection. It was wonderful.
And another favorite memory I have is finally actually getting to see the dirt in Carolyn's home because I got to help clean behind her refrigerator.
We all remember when the guys used to gang up on Roger and slap his belly until he made that hysterical horse laugh.
We definitely knew you were in the room because we could hear you laughing probably a mile away, I guess.
And one of my fondest memories is right when we were baptized. Roger was to my left, and he just looked so happy. And I just remember thinking, I really don't know him, but he just exuded so much joy, and I just thought, that's what I want.
The impact of your lives has been outstanding. And I just want to thank you for showing us what it means to walk with a steady pace with Jesus.
Thank you for everything that you both have done.
One of the joys of my life is that all 3 of my children, plus my wife, and briefly as a young adult myself, were all able to be blessed to be in their youth group.
The ripples from the stone that you've thrown in a pond have spread far and wide.
From this generation through this generation.
I cannot put a price on what you have blessed me and so many others with.
What a legacy that you leave.
You've left quite a legacy.
Quite a legacy.
Your efforts of so many years, so much blood, sweat, and tears are still working and will continue to work and still continue to bear fruit in a very real sense in the lives of so many that you have mentored.
It's continuing, it's continuing.
The memories made and lives impacted are countless.
Love you guys.
Love you guys.
Thank you for investing in me and caring for me. I love you.
I may not know how to start to begin to honor you, but I do know how to end. I love you. Thank you. And you have made a difference. And I'm sure the impact will continue. Love you both.